for this project, I'm going to be using a combination of two different yarns. The first one is Kobu by Lion Brand, and this is actually a mix of cotton and rayon from bamboo. Each of these has 232 yards, and this is a weight 3 light, and it's suggested that you use a 4mm hook, but I am going to be using a 5mm hook. And the alpaca that I'm going to be using is Drops Brushed Alpaca Silk. This suggests to use a 5mm hook, and in these there is 153 yards. This color is color 25. You will be needing a 5mm hook, a darning needle, some scissors, and stitch markers are useful for when you are attaching your sleeves. So to get started, I'm going to be starting with this yarn. And I'm going to start with a slip knot. And this is a made to measure pattern, so you can base your chain length on your own size. You can measure a sweater, so just lay out a sweater and measure it flat side to side, and that will tell you how long you need to make your chain. I'm going to be doing a chain of 64. So I have my chain of 64, and for my first row, I'm going to be doing double crochets. So I'm going to place my first double crochet in the third chain from the hook. So there's 1, 2, 3. So in this one, and to do that, I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through 2. So again, to do a double crochet, I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So I'm going to keep doing this all the way down my entire chain until I reach the end. Once you finished your first row here, we're going to chain 3, and that's going to be our turning chain. So 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to turn your work over. And now what you're going to do is you're simply going to be working double crochets on top of each of your double crochets. So basically I am wanting 2 rows of this. So once again, your double crochets is going to be yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So your first chain 3 does count as a stitch in this case. So you're just going to keep going all the way down, and you will have 2 identical rows. So I went all the way to the end of my row. So now I have 2 rows, and these rows have 62 double crochets. So what you're going to do now is you're just going to pull your yarn through the last loop. And I've already cut my yarn. So now we're going to be doing the rows of mohair. So you're gonna attach your yarn into your first stitch. So I'm just gonna pull it through, and I'm gonna make a knot. And a second one. And for these next 2 rows, I'm going to be doing treble crochets, but for the first one, we're going to be doing a chain of 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's going to count as your first treble crochet. Now to do a treble crochet, you're going to yarn over, but 2 times. You're going to insert your hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So again, you're going to yarn over twice, insert your hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you're going to keep doing treble crochets all the way down, and we're actually going to be doing 2 rows of this. So once you get to the end of your row, you're going to be doing a turning chain at the beginning, just like we did here. You're going to do a chain of 4, and then you're going to do treble crochets. So these next 2 rows are exactly the same. And after that, you're going to be repeating 2 rows of double crochet. So you're just going to do exactly the same thing. So you're repeating the sequence that we're doing here. So 2 rows with your linen yarn, and then 2 rows of treble with your mohair. So keep doing this, and I will show you what it looks like at the very end. All right, so I'm done my body panel, and I just wanted to show you the sequence. So I repeated my brown rows 7 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The only difference with the last one is that I did a double row. So I did 4 rows of double crochets. And so I have 6 rows of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that is my body panel, and I did leave my yarn attached in the corner because I'm going to use this to close my shoulder seam. If you're able to leave your yarn attached, I suggest that you do it. So you're going to be making 2 of these panels, and now we will start the sleeves. So for the sleeves, we're going to be doing exactly the same thing as the body panels. So I'm going to start with a slip knot. And for the body panels, we did a chain of 64. For the sleeves, I'm going to be doing a chain of 37. Once I have my chain of 40, I'm going to be doing a double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. And you're going to keep doing double crochets all the way down. So like I was saying, the sleeves are exactly the same as your body panels. You're doing the exact same thing. So follow the same instructions. You're just working a smaller panel. So we're gonna do 2 rows of the brown and then 2 rows of the treble crochet in the mohair. And you're obviously going to be making 2. So I will show you what my panels look like at the end. So I just completed my sleeve panel, and I didn't make it as long as my body panel. So for the sleeve panel, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 rows of this color. And the top row, I did do 4 rows exactly like my body panel, and for the mohair I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. So you're going to make 2 sleeve panels and weave in your ends, and now we will assemble the 2 body panels to form the neck opening. So for the body panels, once you've made 2, you're going to place them with the right sides facing each other. I identified my right sides with a stitch marker, and this honestly depends on which side you find nicer. So just make sure that's identified on both of your panels. And you're going to place both of your panels on top of each other. So once I have both of my panels on top of each other, I'm going to be counting my stitches at the top here, and I'm going to count 22 stitches on this side, and I'm going to place a stitch marker through both panels to secure this into place. And then I'm going to go on the other side. I'm going to count 22 also and do the same thing. So this is just going to identify where my neck opening is going to be. All right, so I went ahead and did that. So I placed this stitch marker at 22 stitches, and the same thing on the other side. And just for your reference, this is approximately 8 inches. So if you are using a different width of panel, just measure approximately 8 inches for your neck opening in the middle and then evenly space out your 2 stitch markers. So now what we're gonna do, if you were able to leave your yarn attached on these panels, we're gonna insert our hook back into that stitch. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go through the first stitch on this panel, go through the first stitch on your back panel, and then I'm going to reinsert my hook into that loop that I had from my yarn that was still attached, and I'm just gonna pull it all the way through. And I'm going to chain 1. So now we're simply gonna do slip stitches through both panels. You're gonna be going through your first panel, through your second panel, pull your yarn through and do a slip stitch. So you're gonna keep doing this all the way until your stitch marker. So just make sure that your panels are aligned and that you're only picking up 1 stitch on each panel. So I went all the way down, and I am going to place 1 last slip stitch into the stitch marker spaces. And once you get to the end here, you're simply going to cut your yarn off. And you're gonna pull your yarn through your last loop. So that is your first shoulder seam. So now you're gonna turn your work over, and you're going to repeat the same steps on this side that we just did. And you should have your yarn attached here if you didn't fasten off, and if you did, then just reattach your yarn into this corner and repeat the same steps up to here. So I finished up both of my seams, and obviously this is going to be the wrong side. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna turn our work with the right side out. So my neck opening is here, and now we're going to attach the sleeves. So you wanna make sure to just fold this nice and square at the top. I'm just gonna fold this like this as well. And now we're going to grab our sleeve, and you're gonna pick the top end that has the 4 rows. And so because this has 38 stitches, you're going to identify the middle, and you're going to place a stitch marker here to make sure that your sleeve is obviously centered. So do that, and then I will show you what to do next. So I identified the middle of my sleeve, and I just attached it in the middle seam of my shoulder. So now we're going to just open up our body panels so that they're flat, laying on the table like this. So your neck opening is here, and we're also going to lay our sleeve flat, just like this. So here's just the other view so that you fully understand how we laid this out. And our neck opening is here. So now what you're going to do is you're going to be seaming this here. To do this and to make sure that it's straight, if you want to, you can go ahead and align your stitches and place a stitch marker. So for example, you can see here that this goes to approximately half of this row. So then on the other side, you would make sure that it also goes to half of the row and place a stitch marker there to join this. So now that we have this attached where we need it to be and that it is symmetrical, we're gonna be seaming this closed. So I'm just gonna turn my seam like this. I'm gonna be folding it and turning it so that I can see where I'm working. And I suggest that you put the sleeve side in front of you, just so that you can see where you're working and that you're not working on this side and then you don't know where you're stopping. So I'm gonna be attaching my yarn here, and I am doing my seam on the outside of my sweater, so on the right side of my sweater. because I want a visible seam for this specific sweater, and I'm gonna be using the Mohair. You can choose to not do this method and do your seaming on the inside if you prefer that, but that's what I'm choosing to do for this design. So I'm gonna grab my Mohair and I'm going to attach it into the first stitch of my sleeve and through where my stitch marker is here. So once I have a loop, I'm going to be just working slip stitches through both of my panels. And because my stitches on my sleeve are quite loose, I am going to be putting 2 slip stitches per stitch, just because it is a little bit loose because it's crocheted quite loosely. So you're just gonna keep going like this all the way down. And you just wanna make sure that this doesn't become warped, because you do wanna make sure that once you get to the middle here, these are aligned. So just make sure to check in every few stitches to make sure that everything is nice and even. And you're gonna be working slip stitches all the way down here up to the end corner of your sleeve. And here you're going to fasten off. And once you are done this, you're gonna repeat the same thing for your other sleeve. So I just wanna show you what it looks like when you're done your seam. So I just did slip stitches all the way across my sleeve. And now I'm gonna show you how to do the seam on the body panel and the underarm. So I'm going to turn my sweater back the right way. So the right way is with my neck opening facing me and my slip stitches are on the inside. So the wrong side is folded towards the inside. And yes, this seam is on the outside. Like I said previously, that's the look that I was going for with this sweater. So you're gonna fold your sweater as you would wear it. So I'm gonna fold it like this. This is my sleeve here. And here is the bottom of my sweater. So I'm going to simply repeat what I did here. So I'm gonna be doing slip stitches on the outside of my sweater. So you're gonna repeat the same thing. You can start at the corner here at your waist. You're going to attach your yarn into the corner through both of your panels, and you're gonna do slip stitches all the way up the side. So this is the side of your panel, all the way up to the underarm here, and then you're simply going to continue all the way down your sleeve to close your sleeve at the end. And then you repeat that on the other side, and your sweater is done.